Good, happy Saturday morning, January 11, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday morning edition of Good Morning, New Hampshire. Rise and shine, everyone. Let's get up and get a good start on your Saturday with a little bit of Good Morning, New Hampshire. So grab your cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy some Good Morning New Hampshire, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. We're going to begin with your news. We're going to start with local news first. So let's begin. With a weekend warm-up in New Hampshire comes concerns about thin ice. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
This economy is not working for most of us. There is not one county in the United States of America where someone working full-time at the minimum wage can afford a two-bedroom apartment. The biggest problem in our economy is simple. People are not getting paid enough.
Old Man Winter is taking a vacation this weekend, making way for possible record-high temperatures.
It's kind of unusual for New Hampshire to have it this warm this late in the season. We're a little concerned about that.
Concerned because in January, Fish and Game Colonel Kevin Jordan says people are more likely to take risks on the water to ice fish. But to do that safely, we need consistent cold weather. Saturday and Sunday won't help.
A 60-degree day, as you know, can make a huge difference in the sunlight, bright sunlight on a body of water. So something that may be safe this morning, tomorrow morning, very early, may change by lunchtime. So people need to be really careful of that.
Colonel Jordan cautions not to trust any ice right now. He recommends at least 6 inches to walk on it and 8 to 10 inches for snowmobiles and ATVs.
People are out on less than that, I know that, but it is dangerous. Fish and Game never recommends putting a vehicle on the ice under any conditions. I realize people do it, but we don't recommend it. It's unpredictable and dangerous.
If people do venture out, be prepared in case the worst happens.
And if you do break through the ice, it's very easy to break them apart, and you get a couple tools to stab into the ice to use as handles.
When in doubt, test the ice. And remember, just because the shoreline is safe doesn't mean the rest of the ice is.
This is the year that we need to test it, because we just haven't had that sustained cold weather.
Colonel Jordan says some of the smaller ponds have frozen, but the bigger lakes like Winnipesaukee and here at Massabesic have very minimal ice cover. Reporting live in Auburn, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. So, not safe to go on that ice, everyone. And now let's take a look at your 2020 New Hampshire candidate tracker for today. We have one candidate in New Hampshire today. And here's a look at your 2020 New Hampshire candidate tracker for January 11, 2020. Andrew Yang, he's in New Hampshire today, and he has 5 events today in New Hampshire. His first event, Town Hall at Newport Opera House in Newport, New Hampshire at 9:30 a.m. His second event, Town Hall at McKelvin Intermediate School in Bedford, New Hampshire at 1 p.m. His third event, Town Hall at Hampton Academy in Hampton, New Hampshire at 3:30 p.m. His fourth event, Town Hall at Dover Town Hall in Dover, New Hampshire at 5:30 p.m. And his fifth event, Football Playoffs and Beer event at Revolution Tap House in Rochester, New Hampshire at 8 p.m. And that is the only candidate in New Hampshire today that will be campaigning. Busy day for Andrew Yang. And let's switch gears and go into national news. In national news, top U.S. officials believe passenger jet was hit by Iran missile. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
New images tonight and new reporting after that passenger jet crash right after takeoff in Tehran. A top U.S. official now saying he believes it was hit by an Iranian missile. Part of the investigation, this new video tonight showing the jet plunging to the ground in flames. And tonight, the black boxes from the airplane now recovered. What the U.S. is now saying, Iran saying, that it's not possible. ABC's David Curley, who covers aviation, on this again tonight.
Two new pieces of video tonight of the fiery, explosive end of the Ukrainian 737 in Iran. Each frame of these videos important for investigators, including this, the moment a missile appears to fragment, hitting the jetliner. A growing body of evidence of a shoot-down.
If the Iranians shot that plane down, will there be consequences?
We do believe that it's likely that that plane was shot down by an Iranian missile. We're going to let the investigation play out before we make a final determination.
Iran insisting again today it did not shoot down the jetliner. It has invited Western countries, including the U.S., which will be granted special waivers to take part in the investigation. But those investigators, used to probing a debris field, will instead find this: all the wreckage removed 24 hours after the crash. The black boxes still have not been read out. It should take less than a day to complete. Iran says it could take months.
Everything seems to be to slow down an investigation, to prevent getting to the real truth.
U.S. intelligence captured radar signals which targeted the jetliner. A satellite saw two missiles fired. At least one exploded into pieces of shrapnel as it approached the jet. What appear to be shrapnel holes were seen in pictures of the wreckage. Among the 176 killed, 63 Canadians, many of them students.
Everyone was in tears. All the students were in tears, all the faculty members, everyone.
David Curley with us again tonight. The Iranians this evening, David, saying they'll announce initial findings about what they claim caused the crash as early as tomorrow.
Well, a couple of days ago, they said the cause was an engine fire. They've said that a shoot-down is scientifically impossible. Well, with all this mounting evidence, we'll see what story, what theory the Iranians have to present tomorrow. David?
And as you were first to show us last night, they've cleared the crash scene already. David, thanks.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather. Let's take a look at this weather video from meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Record warm possible today. That's what meteorologist Haley LaPointe is saying. Let's take a listen to that video.
This economy is not working for most of us. There is not one county in the United States of America where someone working full-time at the minimum wage can afford a two-bedroom apartment. The biggest problem in our economy is simple. People are not getting paid enough.
Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Here's an update on your forecast. Record-breaking warmth today. In fact, some southern communities make a run for 60 degrees. Easily in the 50s, even in the North Country, with rain showers expected there. So in terms of the records, Concord will likely tie a record. If we go above 58, we'll break it. Manchester and Portsmouth likely breaking records as you go into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. The old records 55. There's a huge spread of temperatures across the eastern half of the United States. You can see this warmer air to our south and west. That's what moves in through the day today, and even for a portion of our Sunday. Then some colder air returns, but look at the difference there. Fargo, 19 below right now compared to 58 degrees in Cleveland, Ohio. So big difference, and you can see there's a cold front in between. We also have warmer air behind this warm front that's lifting over us this morning. That's what will allow the warm air from the south and west to surge in through the day today. There is a lot of rain to the north with this warm front, and then the cold front has actually been triggering severe storms, and even tornadoes have happened in the southern U.S. Eventually, this whole system pushes through, but what happens is as it runs into some colder air to the north, there likely will be a boundary in the northern reaches of the state, maybe even as far south as the northeastern lakes region overnight tonight into Sunday. where that cold air bleeds back down, that there could be some freezing rain as well. So let me show you all of this. By noontime today, we're in what's called the warm sector. So the warm front is to our north. So all of us, even as far north as the North Country, you're going to feel that milder air surging in. It'll be a little breezy too as the warm air moves in. But the rain showers stay mostly to the north by noon. Beyond that, though, rain showers begin to move in. Even in southern New Hampshire, we'll have a round of rain showers and even some downpours as we get into Sunday morning. This is Sunday morning at 5 a.m., and this is a key time frame. So the cold air starts to come back down out of Canada, and this pink color here, this is indicating freezing rain. It starts to come down through the higher terrain of Maine and then into the mountains of the North Country, and it's even possible through the morning hours on Sunday that we get some of this pink color in the Mount Washington Valley and northern reaches of the state. In central and southern New Hampshire, it's rained the whole time, plain rain. But where we get a little bit of that cold air at the surface, that's where there could be some freezing rain. So it could be slick Sunday, particularly in the morning, in the North Country, Mount Washington Valley, before the whole system pulls away. Monday, we're back to clouds and colder temperatures. So there is a winter storm warning for the far northern reaches of the state. That's due to the threat of up to maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch of ice. That's what this pink color is here. And it could be as far south as, say, Wolfboro. So we'll have to watch that as we go through our Sunday. It all depends on how far south that cold air can get. But for the rest of us, very mild the next 2 days, and then the temperatures get down a little bit closer to seasonable, which is 31 degrees for this time in January. So it's an impact weather day on Sunday due to that mix and ice in the North Country. Colder on Monday with temperatures in the 30s. Brighter Tuesday, and then overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, it looks like some snow and rain showers. Another round of that Thursday, and then it'll be colder but sunny on Friday.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Thank you for that weather update, meteorologist Haley LaPointe. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into New Hampshire life. And let's take a look at that New Hampshire event calendar for today and see what events are happening today in New Hampshire. Montrose Open House, 9 a.m. at Montrose School. Storytime Station, Saturday at 9:30 a.m. at Heights Branch Library. Farm to Table Cooking, Winter Squash Soup Adults, 10 o'clock a.m. at Prescott Farm Environmental Educational Center. Disney on Ice celebrates memories, 10:30 a.m. at SNHU Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire. Guitar 101 and 102 free workshops, 11 o'clock a.m. Creative Arts, a community arts school. Free guitar workshop, 11 o'clock a.m. at Free Creative Arts, a community arts school. Raising Backyard Chickens, free seminar, 11 o'clock a.m. at Maxwell's of Chelmsford, Massachusetts, right across the border from New Hampshire. Justin Wood Circus, 12 p.m. at the Rex Theater. And those are all the events happening today, right here in New Hampshire and near New Hampshire. Now let's take a look at your Viewer's Choice 2020 Best Ski Areas. Let's take a look at that video. If you like to go skiing and snowboarding, here is the best areas to do it.
I had the most incredible dream. We boarded a magical ship. And everything we wished for came true.
When you dream of the perfect vacation for the whole family, the difference is Disney.
Okay, and there you go. The best areas to ski in New Hampshire. Cook's Corner, Tacky Masal. Let's take a look at that video from WMUR News 9, Cook's Corner with Mike Cherry.
Here's a song about a new brownie towel. When your ice cream cone needs an ice cream handle, your table's disrespected by a guy named Randall. You need a little towel strong enough to handle. Use a little square, not more. New Terra Square paper towels from Brawny.
Cook's Corner is on the road. We are here in Salem at Barron's Major Brands, and we've got Beth from Local Basket joining us today. Hi. What are you making?
We are making things with Instant Pots now.
Okay.
And weekly we include an Instant Pot recipe because we want people to open that box when they got it as a gift.
Right.
And start to use it or use it more than once.
Yeah, because some people are a little intimidated by it.
Yeah, exactly. So the other great thing is there's so many recipes for Instant Pots out there. And I've partnered with Affinity Fitness, and we're finding healthy ones. This actually is a vegan recipe. Nice. Vegetarian can make it vegan. And so we've tested all of these. And sometimes we're combining recipes so that you know they're good and that they're going to work well. And we write those instructions for you to kind of help you through. So we've cooked this along, but you can use the saute feature. That's the really great part with a lot of the instant pots and pressure cookers. It can really be one pot. You can get those onions sauteed up, which is what we do in this recipe.
Okay.
With the garlic and the ginger. And we'll have workshops. About every quarter, we have a workshop where Liz and I are in there. We're demoing the recipes that we have and showing you techniques like that saute. Or a great tip, you can cover when you're releasing the pressure, just throw a towel on top of it, and then that makes that whole release of the steam much less scary.
Yes, absolutely. So why don't you go ahead and show us what we
got? So this smells really good because we are using really unique ingredients too in the spice mix with this, with the garam masala and fenugreek, which, do you have that in your kitchen at home?
I do not. No.
And so you can get that in our kit. And so we have that, and we've just plated it up in the bowl, and you can garnish it with little parsley that we give to you for you as well.
Very cool. And again, tell me a little bit about Local Basket for those who may not be familiar with it. This is something, if you just can't get to the grocery store,
it's great for that, or can't decide what to have for dinner. Having the recipe kit option, you're still cooking, so it's much more satisfying than just throwing in a pre-cooked meal into the microwave. You're still learning aspects of cooking, but you don't have to waste produce. We'll give you just what you need, so that's really good. And we're local, so it's a bit less of a carbon footprint, but we get all over New Hampshire. So we head south and we go out to Portsmouth and the seacoast and out towards New London and drop it off at your doorstep.
And we're real quick, where can they find you?
At Local Basket, but it's KIT for kit.com.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, Beth. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay, and there you go. Very cool. Local Basket. Sounds cool. And yesterday, the popular ice castles opened up in New Hampshire at North Woodstock, and they are back for a 6th season. Let's take a look at that video.
I had the most incredible dream. We boarded a magical ship. And everything we wished for came true.
When you dream of the perfect vacation for the whole family, the difference is Disney.
If you need something to do this weekend, a winter tradition has now returned to New Hampshire. The spectacular ice castles in North Woodstock are back for a 6th year. Last month, crews started harvesting icicles to build the castles, which reach heights of around 30 feet. In addition to the impressive ice structures, this year will feature an enchanted forest, complete with ice sculptures and unique photo opportunities. And definitely you'll get some great photos any time of the day, especially at night. It's really cool to see them all lit up in different colors.
This is something that Queen Elsa is hoping to see on Airbnb, I think. They just kind of move in for a couple of days, hang out.
The weather
It
this
is really
weekend
cool there.
is going to be really mild.
I mean, it is, and I think a lot of the numbers that you're going to see are going to be mainly focused in southern New Hampshire. There's going to be a huge range in temperature from southern New Hampshire to farther north.
Okay, and there you go. Ice castles are open again. 6 seasons after doing. Cool, cool, cool. And we're gonna switch gears now. Let's go into entertainment news. In entertainment news, Lizzie McGuire creator leads Disney Plus reboot. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
Big shakeup for Disney Plus's upcoming Lizzie McGuire reboot. E.T. has learned that Terry Minsky, the creator of the original show and showrunner of the new series, has left the project after filming 2 episodes.
It doesn't sound so good when he puts it that way. Guess I'll be going now.
A Disney spokesperson tells ET, quote, "Fans have a sentimental attachment to Lizzie McGuire and high expectations for a new series. After filming 2 episodes, we concluded that we need to move in a different creative direction and are putting a new lens on the series." Production is currently on hold as the show looks for a new showrunner. No word on what this means for the first 2 episodes they've filmed, but we have learned a lot about the series over the past few months.
You know, we're having a lot of fun, and it just feels very surreal.
Hillary has been sharing all sorts of pics to Instagram. We also got this clip when the series announced the return of Adam Lamberg, aka Gordo.
I'm so excited to be back. I'm so excited for you guys to come along on this journey with Lizzie.
Wait. Band's not complete without me. Gordo is back.
Let's go! All right, now you can say it.
This is what dreams are made of.
Say, why don't you two to me?
In November, Hillary herself spilled new deets to E.T.
She has gained a lot of confidence, and she has a really cool career, and, you know, I think she's still going to be faced with challenging things where in middle school those challenging things seemed funny and simple but relatable at the time, and I think now in your 30s it's going to be the same way, but it's like slightly heavier, slightly bigger things to deal with. Like, she doesn't have kids yet, and there's some surprises in the first episode that I also don't want to give away, but I think it's really going to be fun to go on the journey with her at 30. And, you know, it's the same Lizzie, but she's an adult. And I think for me, that's a little challenging shooting because I have that muscle memory of that, like, awkward, frantic kind of teenager. And so making choices where I'm like, wait, she wouldn't say that. She's 30. She can't do that now. Like, it's definitely fun and a little challenging and also so familiar at the same time.
Animated Lizzie. Does she have an updated look?
Oh, am I giving stuff away? I don't know. She's gonna stay the same. Yeah,
which I think is the right thing to do, right? It's like that pink top. It's so iconic. And
like platform flip-flops. Yeah, those like rocket dog flip-flops. I don't know if anyone knows those. But yeah, she has an epic return, and I'm so excited for everyone to. I think she's really going to be a lot of the comic relief in the show.
Okay, very cool. We can't wait to see that reboot on Disney Plus. And now let's take a look at those celebrity birthdays for today. Let's see what celebrities are celebrating a birthday today. And here's a look at the celebrity birthdays today. Happy birthday to all of these celebrities. We hope they all have a wonderful birthday and a wonderful day. And that is for this Saturday morning edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday and a wonderful weekend, everyone. And goodbye.